This is for Instagram.
Oh, please.
Go to the store and get chocolate cookies or chocolate wafers. Some people get Oreos. You know why you can't use Oreos? The cream! No, show it to me, Chef Sal. Show it to me. I'm showing it. Here. I'll follow it in. Dark brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup, tightly packed. Remember that? When you're making snowballs? Hey, it's good packing today. Really? Yeah, come on out and play so I can hit you in the face with it. Kids.
Comedy Kitchen with Chef Sal was recorded in front of a fake audience.
Chef Sal, right here. I'm a terrible golfer. Chocolate, peanut butter, cheesecake. So, I'm from the New York area originally, and I've been to every cheesecake place all over the eastern seaboard. There's the classic cheesecake place that's been there 100 years. One place was actually there since the cavemen, he told me. And a whole bunch of stuff. So I went to go, along the years, I go to every one of them, like I said. And I have to tell you, some of them really aren't that good. You're going to make a better one. Because we have, a lot of people say, oh, I go by, Schmo. I go by Schmo. He has the best cheesecake. He's had it for 75 years. I've been going there since I'm 68. But here's the deal. These people swear by it. But behind the scenes, I don't think they like it too much. All right, let's get started. Whew, we have a lot to do. Classic cheesecake in a lot of senses. Yeah, see? We're going to do the springform pan. We're going to do a water bath. See? Get one of these things. I did this in a previous episode for something else. See? Springform pan. And, go all the way up. 2 layers of Reynolds wrap is good. And you see we have a roasting pan. We're going to go later with boiling water. We're going to go halfway up the springform pan. But that's later. We're going to line the springformer on the bottom here with some parchment paper and fully line it with the crust I'm about to make before your very eyes. Very simple. It's very simple, but it's very, very, very important stuff here. We have chocolate wafers. Here, I'll show them to you. Go to the store and get chocolate cookies or chocolate wafers. Some people get Oreos. You know why you can't use Oreos? The cream! This actually has little tiny bits of chocolate chips in it, but we're using chocolate chips in the crust anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so we're going to pour this in, about 12 ounces, okay? Food processor. That's pretty good. Now we're going to pulse this first. I like to do pulse in layers, I'm a layer pulserer. That's pretty much it. Like, big grains of sand, if you will. Big grains of sand. All right, it's pretty easy. Now over here we have, about 8 ounces of chocolate chips here. See, little, like, mini kisses, I don't know, semi-sweet, baking chocolate. I'm going to put this in, and again, I'm going to pulse it. Oh, I know. What is he doing? You'll see. This is good, too, because when this cools, we're going to pour some very, very hot butter in here, which reminded me to get the butter going. Okay, I have 10 tablespoons of butter. I softened it, but you don't have to. In a mixing cup, I'll show it to you. No, show it to me, Chef Sal. Show it to me. I'm showing it. Here. I'll follow it in. There you go. All right, Pyrex, the whole bit, right? We're gonna microwave it. So let's do that. And then continue to pulse this. And to this mixture here, what I was starting to say before is that when we chill this later, after we kind of press form it into the form press, you know what I mean, put it into the pan, it's going in the fridge. Good couple of hours, because then we're going to make the batter and pour that in, and then, we're going to bake that. So there's a whole bunch of stuff, but the good what I like about the chocolate chip in this recipe is that it melts just like the butter does, and then when you chill it, whoosh, tightens up that crust. Very good. And now we have dark brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup, tightly packed. Tightly packed. Remember that? When you're making snowballs? Hey, it's good packing today. Really? Yeah, come on out and play so I can hit you in the face with it. Kids. Alright, so let's get this brown sugar going. I mean, you don't usually see like maybe a graham cracker crust and a little butter. I mean, and a little bit of sugar. This has got a lot of good stuff in it. Now, here's where you're gonna kind of be on your own. I have this, I just walked over to the microwave and I took out this very hot butter. Be careful with the hot butter. Right, so now I'm gonna keep this running. And I'm gonna pour this slowly. I don't want a mishmash, I want it to be a little grainy. And we want it to make you know, ironically form almost like a snowball. And it's still a little crumbly. We don't want it too crumbly either. Let's get it off the sides. And we'll go again. Remember, don't overuse this. This is the maximum butter you're going to use. Don't overuse it. I'm telling you, you're going to get in trouble. A little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, this is good. This is really good. See, it forms. It's crumbly, but it's taking a form. So, without any further ado, we want this butter to stay warm. So they're easier to form in it. Press form pan. Get it in there. Get it right in the bottom. And we want to press it up to the top. Or as close up to the top as we can from the bottom up the sides. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done, so just hang out. Alright, see that? That's what you do. See? Not a big deal. Here, get some light. Get some light. See? Goes up the side a little bit. Goes up the side a little bit. It's kind of sheen. Has a bit of a sheen to it because you got butter in there. We're going to refrigerate this for about 2 hours, just so it sets, because there's hot butter in here. You know, you want it to kind of set into a nice crust. And what we're going to do is we'll make the batter in the meantime. And then we'll come back. Whew. All right, this has a lot of steps. So now it's the fudge layer step. We're going to do a fudge layer on top of, yeah, it was chilling. You know, the crust I made, I'll show you. I formed it, pushed it into the pan. Whoa. Look at that. Now we're going to make and then pour a fudge layer crust coating. Coating for the crust. It's a crust coating. It's a coating for the crust. So what I have here is I have a cup of very, very heavy cream. It says it on the package, very, very heavy cream. Just heavy cream or whipping cream. And I've had this just about to a simmer. Let me just bring it up a little bit. So the cream is at a simmer. I'm going to take it off the heat and I'm going to immediately pour in these chocolate bits. A lot of chocolate bits. These are semi-sweet chocolate bits. And I'm going to kind of just mix this around here. This is 13 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. You can use bittersweet if you want. It's okay. And now to this I'm going to get the creamy peanut butter and give me 2 tablespoons. There's a peanut butter cheesecake. This layer is going right on top of that crust, as I said. Fudge peanut butter layer. Peanut butter. I know I got to stir, but come on. A lot of recipes will tell you to whisk these chocolate bits in, but then they get stuck in here. You know, they get stuck in here, like stuck in your teeth. Don't do it. Don't do it. You whisk it after you have it. If you really want to be a whisk freak, you know, you can whisk it after it's all mixed in. But just, you know, keep it off the heat, like we said. It'll melt. It's going to melt. Chocolate's very wimpy. You know, for a strong, strong, strong ingredient that everybody falls over their face over. I think the wars were started over this stuff. It melts in your hand, you know? It's crazy. So let's keep it going. This is just about mixed. And I'm going to show it to you on camera 1. Very loyal to camera 1 like people are to Cheesecake for some reason. There it is. So this is ready. This is ready to pour. So I'm going to take my crust. My pan. So now I'm going to pour this chocolate peanut butter cream mixture. Think about that. Into this crust, onto this crust, into this crust. Give it a couple of hits. See that? Peanut butter chocolate cream mixture of that layer that I put in to show you. All right, let me put this in the fridge. I'll be right back. Whew. I'm moving. All right. So I transferred a spring form that had that delicious peanut butter chocolate layer, see, into the freezer after about a half hour in the refrigerator. Because when I pour this, the actual cheesecake part of it, we're experiencing freezer difficulties. When I pour the cheesecake part of it, the peanut butter cheesecake part of it over that, I don't want it to sink in. So I want that to be firm. Got that? Meantime, all right. Now I have moved to the KitchenAid mixer. You can use a cake mixer with the two little things, those spokey things. You could use that too. It doesn't matter. You just mix it, right? All right. So now we're going to make the cream cheese part of the thing. I'm going to make this and then pour it over what I just showed you that was in the freezer. Okay. So now we got it. You ready? 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese are in here now, softened. Take them out a couple of hours before you're going to start the whole thing. Okay? 1 1/4 cups of peanut butter, regular creamy peanut butter. 1 cup of sugar. 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 3 eggs. Alright, so here we go. So in here I have just the sugar, the peanut butter, and the cream cheese. I'm going to mix it up. It's beautiful. I'm going to move it up now from, a low setting, medium high. Stop it a couple of times, scrape it off the sides. Now it's going to run up on the sides. It's just going to do that. So just kind of push it down with your spatula. It's fine. Meantime, oven's going at 325 degrees. So get that going too. You got to do a lot of thinking. And this is pretty well mixed because you're going to throw some liquids in here, which would be the eggs. So it's pretty well mixed. I'm going to probably stop there and put it back to kind of like a low setting. And now we're going to put our sour cream in here. Sour cream. I know, it's crazy. Little dab at a time. Alright, we're going to move it up now. Beat it! Beat it!
Just beat it! Beat it!
Get air into it. I have it on 8 out of 10 settings. Pretty high. Pretty high. You see, the sour cream, what it does is it brings it from that gritty, old-time cheesecakey thing, which a lot of people like. Oh, we like that. Oh, we like that. He likes that. Okay. You know what I mean? But it brings it to I like the creamy, the light, fluffy, creamy cheesecake, which you're going to get here. But it has peanut butter. All right, back down to low. Low, medium. Medium, low. 1 at a time with these eggs. Ready? Wait till it beats. Oops, that was 2. Oh, well. Life goes on. As everyone used to say, we're really cooking, folks.
But
and the last one. 3 of 3. Now what's going to happen is it's going to run up the sides again, and it's not going to beat that stuff off the sides. But the paddle does better than the whisk. Trust me. Trust me. Would you trust me? Come on, you've trusted me how long now? Just keep it going. I want a long trust. Yeah, it's really creamy now. It's crazy creamy. I'll show you. Don't worry. And there we go. It's running up the sides. I'm going to turn her off. That's my water. I have water boiling. See, I got things going. I want you to have things going too. You got to be busy in the kitchen. Just send the kids outside. I'm going to put it down to a simmer now, because the water's going to be the water bath. You want it to be hot when it goes into the pot, when it goes into the oven. Right back. All right, so I pretty much scraped this off. This is incredible. All right. Back to medium low. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm going to pour this into that springform pan. Should be just about ready in the freezer now. That's 1. And that's 2. Excellent. Bring it up a bit. Air, air, air. Put air into it. Now if you want, you could switch to the spring if you want. whatever you call it, the spring. I call it the spring. Wire whisk. Wire whisk. Incredible, incredible. All right, out of the freezer comes my thingy. You know what that is. Yeah, it's set pretty good. So this is, I'm gonna work fast because this chocolate layer is gonna melt again. You know, and I want the cheese stuff to, like I said, is lay right on top. Oof. All right. So can I do this over here? You can see me, right? Okay, here we go. So give this a couple of taps. See? Kind of, you know, it's porous, but it's got eggs in it, so it's going to solidify. It's going to solidify when you start baking it. So let this go up the pan. And now this is going in. And after this, we're going to make the ganache after it cooks, and we're going to put it in the fridge for a while. We're going to make the ganache, the chocolate ganache topping, as the final act in this ridiculous play. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So now I'm going to put this in my roasting pan. See, I'm going to pour boiling water halfway up that springform pan. That's all I'm going to do. So let me do that, put it in the oven, and in about 40 to 50 minutes, correction, 75 to 90 minutes. This is a long, slow process. You don't want it to crack down the middle. That's why you have the water bath. That's why it's 325. That's why you're going to put it on that kind of medium to the, not to the bottom rung, but you know, a third of the way up the oven.
I know. It's hard to understand.
Let it go just silently into the heat. Let it just lie there. That's all. It's gonna start. So, hi soy. Haven't seen you in a while. Anyway, whatever I was saying. It's gonna solidify from the edges out in. From the edges out in. Out edges in. You know what I mean?
I know.
Now the middle's not gonna look like it's done, but it's gonna be done. It's gonna shimmy like Jello. That's when it's done. Then you take it out and let it kind of finish by itself, and then you gotta refrigerate it a good 4 to 6 hours, maybe even overnight. And then we're gonna make the ganache topping and pour that over it. Wow. Wow. You got that, soy? Okay, the cake is done. It's been about, I don't know, like, you know, a good hour, 15 minutes. What I want you to do is, I want you to, you know, check it. Check it by going like this. You gotta tap it, you know? You gotta tap it. Just tap it. And you see, it still looks like it's not done, but remember, it's egg based, so it's done. It's like a solid pudding. So now I'm gonna refrigerate it and make the ganache topping. I'll be back. The last step, Your Honor. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, we have made the crust. Yes, we have made the delicious fudge peanut butter filling. Now it is time for my case to rest. Here we go. I've taken out the cake. It went overnight. It chilled. It's nice and cool. Actually, it's cold, which I want because I'm going to make this ganache here, which I'm making right now. I have 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream, and I'm going to, into that 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream, I got 4.5 ounces, about a little over a quarter pound. Give me a 1/4 pound of the olive loaf. And how's the cheese? All right, anyway. So I got 1/4 pound here of these chocolate morsels, the bittersweet that we had yesterday. Semi-sweet, bittersweet. I switch back and forth. And what I'm going to do is, now this is basically sizzling. Okay? You know, it's not a hard boil or anything. It's a bit of a simmer. I've turned it off. Where are you? I've turned it off. And now I'm just going to add these morsels and mix just like I made that peanut butter fudge earlier. Now you can put, you know, a tablespoon if you want of peanut butter in here, but let's not overdo it now. We're going to let this go. And I'm going to pour it over my very, very chilled cake, cheesecake, peanut butter cheesecake, peanut butter chocolate cheesecake. And the chilliness of the cake is going to solidify this ganache if we did this right. Or, if anything, it'll just stop it from being very, very hot. And then we're going to refrigerate the whole thing again and let the ganache really harden. And then when you take it out, let it go room temperature. You know, I know cheesecake is supposed to be cold. It doesn't have to be cold. Let it go half hour, 45 to room temperature, and let everything just go, oh, you know what I mean? And you slice into it. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, this is almost done. So what I'm going to do is, you know, I'm not going to work so quickly, but, you know, when it is dissolved, which is getting there now, boom, see? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing with us bakers. just about dissolved, nice and creamy, nice and chocolatey and all that stuff. Now, working kind of quickly. What I've done here also, you see these pieces of parchment paper? It's a really cool little trick. All bakers use it. It's not really a cool trick, you know, I'm like the 8 billionth person to use it. I cut little pieces of parchment paper sticking out. So if and when it does drip off the sides and onto my little cake plate here, you just kind of pull these out. You get a clean, crisp, cool day for baseball. Is that a golf swing? I don't know. You see what I mean now? Okay, let's try it. We're going in. Don't be afraid, just do it. Circular from the inside out. Circular from the inside out. Work a little bit fast because remember it's cooling very quickly. That's great. Now we're going to take our little spatula here. Don't push down on the cake. Just, you know, just guide. Just guide. You want to guide this delicious frosting. I wanted to see if I can get it to drip over the sides. I don't know, you know, Homes and Gardens likes that, right? Now if you have any bare spots where you push too hard or it's too thin, just, you know, very, very lightly with the spatula. Don't worry, there's enough, there's enough. Remember, this ganache on the top, it's kind of like the, you know, I don't know. The pasty resistance, you know that French word. Alright, so I think I like this. Very, very even on top, dripping over the sides a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to crumble, I'm going to crumble a little bit of these cookies. Look, I'm going to crumble them over. I have to. Because what'll happen is, hello. Oh, hi. What'll happen is when it cools, they'll kind of stick in the top. It's kind of cool. Alright, so let me do some crumbling. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, folks. Now let's see if my little, not my little trick, I know the trick works. It probably, I've done it before a million times, so. Yeah, that's good. See, just pull it out. Way to go. And you know, there you have it. I'm gonna see if I can bring it over to you. You know, that wouldn't be the tradition, right? If I didn't do it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, you see a little bit of the peanut butter coming out of the sides. That's A-okay. A-okay with me. It's a chocolate, peanut butter, cheesecake, 2 types of fudge, ganache, and peanut butter fudge filling. This is for Instagram.
Oh, Pauline!
Beautiful. Anyway, make this. Chef Sal, enjoy. I'll see you next time.
It's hard to understand.